Good afternoon. John McAuliffe. I live in Riverhead, but I grew up in Noyak. I have 3-4 generations of history in Southampton, Palmers and McAuliffes. So I welcome an opportunity to share my perspective. It's a perspective based on also having served in the Peace Corps in Peru, and that's where my Latin America perspective comes from. We're a country of immigrants, right? Just looking who's on the board and in this audience, my Irish family came just before the famine, at the famine, after the famine in the late 19th century. There was no such thing as an illegal immigrant or an undocumented immigrant. You got off the boat and the only question was whether you had tuberculosis or some other contaminating disease, and then you could come into the United States and you could ultimately become a citizen. And I think that's what we need to be looking at right now. I don't believe in open borders, but I also believe in realism and understanding who it is that makes our country function today. The jobs that are done by people in Riverhead or in Southampton, all over the country, are often done by people who don't have a piece of paper that gives them the right to do those jobs. I think that we need to address that problem, but we also need to understand why they came here and the cost that brought them here. People traveled at great risk to themselves and their children. They paid $10,000 to $15,000 to be able to come to the US. In some ways, the hardship was worse than even my ancestors faced coming from Ireland. The attitudes, I mean, this has been a very positive meeting in what people have said, but all you have to do is go to next door to see what popular attitudes about immigrants are. And it reminds one of the attitudes about the Irish and the Italians and the Poles and the Eastern Europeans in the 19th and 20th century.
30 seconds.
The last thing that I would say is that I think you are far ahead of where my own town board is in Riverhead, and having this session is, I hope, will serve as an inspiration to Riverhead. But I think that all of the town boards need to put themselves publicly in a position of opposing ICE, and I think also calling for legal status, some green card status for people who are here. Thank you very much.